And we're back. Oh, it's wonderful when it works.
So Woody pops a snare head. I'm trying to look for Jimmy.
You can probably skip past that at this point.
Well, I want to finish. I want to go start to finish.
Oh, fine then. Go ahead and finish. Yeah.
I can't find Jimmy.
Yeah.
Woody's high on his feet. Takes his middle rack tom, which is the same diameter head as a snare, pulls the head off his middle tom, puts it on the snare, and boom, they're back in 6 minutes.
It was a few minutes, yeah.
I mean,
a few minute delay.
Yeah. So
all right.
cool.
Let's get to zero.
Okay, wait. I'm building up to the other problems that we're facing because there was a lot more than you got to think of. So cool. So Woody, full adjustment. They killed it. Brett, the best show I've ever seen him do. He fucking brought it. He gave it everything.
Brett did real well.
He did phenomenal. Jeremy did great. He had a few mess ups here and there, but
don't be so negative. It was a good show.
No, me personally, I mean, I've seen Metric Nut a bazillion times. I do more lyrics than Brett did. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I listen to it. You know, I never really listen to my own stuff because I play it all the time.
You practice it too much.
Fuck that.
All right, so let's fast forward. So we had decided that the original. This was the plan. The plan was get all our shit set up, walk off stage. We were going to play the Golden Girls theme song.
Let's hit this. What? Let's hit this aspect of it. Metric Nut gets off stage. Their off stage time was 5 minutes. Their set ran over a little bit, so it was 12:15. That's when their last song ended. So right on the money. I'm only 5 minutes later than I wanted to be. So I'm still on time. Cool.
It's always a sign that you're telling an exciting story, by the way, when people are on their phones. Yeah. The podcast.
No, I was checking something.
All right.
12:20. We're on. We're on stage. Cool. Everybody's doing good. I finally got Nick's stuff to work for a split second.
Well,
it worked long enough to think that it was fun.
Did you want me to get into what went wrong with me?
Well, yes, but I want to get into the point of what went wrong with yours.
Okay.
So cool. We're all on stage. Steve, you're good. Awesome. Dave, you're good. Awesome. I'm good. JP, you're good. Nick, you're good because it played for a second. You know, we're all good. Fuck yeah. All right, are we doing the intro? Well, we were supposed to do a very nice... The Golden Girls are supposed to play. Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah, that's what was... The idea was we were all going to go off stage, and we were going to let this play because it was appropriate. Exactly. Yeah. We were going to let that play. That as that ended... We were gonna have Sid be on stage.
Sid's the keyboardist.
He was a keyboard player. He was gonna start. You know, what we did was we took one of the old songs that we wrote when we were 16 that we didn't want to play again. It was like, but it had this weird death knell like bridge, like
very
macabre,
kind of
like
very
funeral. It was like, all right, why don't we just take the bridge and we'll use that as a walk up. You know, like we'll just trickle on stage one at a time. We'll start off with just Sid. I'll walk up next, and I'll kind of add the bass. Then Dave will come on. Then Steve will come on, and then the two vocalists will come out, make their grand entrance, kill it, and we'll go right into one of our heaviest songs, just to kind of set the stage. That was the plan. Yes. Well, as we're doing the friggin' setup, we realized there's too much shit in the way.
Three
of the
bands
stage.
worth of shit on stage.
We can't walk up.
Wobble through all that.
So
shit.
right then and there, the plan is. It's scuttled. That's it. All right, it's done. So I was like, all right, fuck it. Cue the theme song. We're on stage anyway. We had fun with it. We danced.
We
kind of made a little.
We laughed. We cried.
That was fun.
So, Sid starts playing. I pick up my bass and I start hitting the frets, and it starts distorting out again. Fresh batter and everything. It starts distorting out.
This was an input jack.
And I'm sitting here. I'm fiddling with everything. We can't make it go away. This is my 4-string. This is the one that's supposed to. You follow me? Like, this is my main guitar. This is my main one.
Right.
And. People are like, oh, you should be able to play a 4 and a 5-string. It makes a difference.
Right.
Well, yeah. Okay? Your brain has to go into 5-string mode. That top string.
Yeah. And so I'm like,
you could have
if I would have known that it was going to crap out, I could have asked to borrow. I would have asked to borrow somebody's 4-string.
Or you could have tuned it to regular tuning, and
or just whatever. I could have done. But the bottom line is, at this point, it's showtime. There's no time for any of that.
Right.
So it's like, all right, fuck it, abandon it. I'm just going to go to my 5-string. Now my 5-string. Has some old ass string, but again, I'm thinking like I only need the 5-string for 3 minutes.
Right.
That's all I need for it. I'm not going to put new strings on it and never touch it again. I need it for 3 minutes. Now I got to play on a 5-string guitar songs that I'm used to playing on 4 strings.
Right.
And not like, and I'm looking across at a bass player right here. It fucks with your head because because now it's like I can't move the way I want to. I can't get into songs the way that I want to because I have to spend a tremendous amount of energy just looking at my hands, making sure I'm on the right fucking string because it fucks with your head.
Right. Also, on top of that, you've got those old strings. They're not as bright as the
I
ones
can't
you know.
hit them. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't abuse them because for fear that they're gonna pop. Because if they pop, that's more.
I still think bass strings last forever, though.
Yeah.
I
I
used
played
to
on
pop them.
basses that are like the strings have been on there for like 10 years.
I used to pop them regularly.
Really?
Regularly.
Well, you need to like get a massage or something.
I was an angry individual. Yeah, so like all
Jeez.
this happens while we're supposedly playing the intro on stage.
Boy, and that ruins everything. Let me tell you something. If you come out there, and this happened to me recently, when you go out there and the first note or the first song is fucked up, that sets a tone.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And like I said, it fucked me up because, like I said, again, at this point, like I can't even enjoy myself because now I can't move, I can't headbang, I can't do anything. I have to play high and tight, and I got to look at my freaking bass to make. And I still
Sucks
made
so
mistakes.
bad.
I still made mistakes. Like there were a couple points, like oh fuck, it's the wrong string. You know, I was like, "Ugh." And it feels different, and I was it took me out. I didn't loosen up until about halfway through the set.
Well, and you know, I noticed that. And Sean was like, even Sean Goat was like, damn, like Nick's getting into it now. So that must have been why. Like you look, and we just assumed you were a little
Because I finally
tense.
just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna have like."
Right.
That's all it's
no,
about.
You know what it was? I think it was Steve. Steve fucked up, and he fucked up bad. And I happened to look over, and something just like it was such a bad
we
fuck
all
up.
looked at him
And
like,
we still kept
Yeah.
going. And
We
I
never
was like,
stopped.
And for some reason, like that's what it took to make me realize, like, oh, that's right, we're supposed to be having fun with this. Because
And-
like we
and-
looked at
Right.
each, like me and Steve made eye contact because he knew and I knew, and we
Right.
just kind of like we smiled at each other, and like, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna have fun.
and then
Yeah.
mad props to Steve from having to go from a 5-piece kit to a 4-piece kit because we lost the center tom due to the snare head breaking. So mad props to Steve
Yeah.
for covering.
Yeah,
being
so
able to go
like I
from
said,
3
within
toms
the-
to 2.
like I
yeah,
said-
we were.
But I can't have, like I said, the first 30 seconds, like it was complete and utter disaster.
And that's hard.
I was
That's
supposed
emotionally
to,
hard.
I was supposed to do a lot more backup vocals, and I just couldn't because I had so much brain power going to just don't fuck up, don't fuck up, don't fuck
I
up.
hate that, dude, because it should be motor memory at that point, and that's when it becomes fun. When it's
Right.
all motor
Yeah.
memory, and you get to get up there and just have a good time.
And that's what I was
Right.
gonna do. Like it's
like
it's
you forget you're even playing in front of people because you're having a good time. But if you don't have
Yeah.
that motor memory, it's ruined.
Yeah, but
Right.
it's like you know you're used to playing on that bottom string, and when you're playing on the bottom string, I like at least for me anyway. I'm sure other guitar players are better than me, but it's like you can do like the big broad, like you know you reach up in the big freaking strokes, and you can freaking swing the guitar around, and you're fine because you know where that bottom string
Right,
is.
but you have to
But
not
now
hit
all
the
of a sudden
bottom
it's
string,
not the
yeah.
bottom string; it's the one under the bottom string. So I can't, you know, again, you got to keep it high and tight, and it's.
Right.
I'm doing the freaking fish out of water from Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
So all within the first 30 seconds, and I'm having to fix other sound issues and stuff like that. So I'm in it as a sound engineer, not the lead singer, because I'm not on yet. Like I'm on stage and we're playing, but I got 20 seconds before I have to actually say something, you know. So I'm like, cool. All right, I'm gonna fix this real quick. I need to do a quick intro. All right, I do my quick intro. Now I gotta fix other shit. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
You were working.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Yeah.
I was
So,
like, shit.
so everybody else's technical problems now affecting your
Well,
mojo.
are not enough of a sound check with the entire band because I had to literally sound check on the fly, which isn't a big deal when you're not playing. So when you're the engineer and playing at the same time, you know,
Right.
it's quicker for me to make the changes than to go, hey, sound guy, can I get more of this in that monitor? Can I
Oh yeah,
get that?
speaking of which, I forgot to mention for the first. It took me a while to figure this out, but like I had no bass on my monitors. So now, not only am I like playing on a foreign guitar, I can't hear myself.
I got to tell you, Chris, the monitors at that place are a little odd.
They are.
They're not as
Yeah.
clear as one would like.
That's correct.
Yeah,
And-
but the weird part is, but though here's the thing though, at sound check they work fine.
yes.
Like I could hear myself, I could hear everyone very well, and for whatever reason, the minute the show started, suddenly I have no bass in my
Some
monitor.
mud up there.
Well, there's a lot of mud up
All
there.
right, I was trying to be nice. Yeah, you can't hear shit up there.
No, well,
It's like having nothing.
the
Sorry,
hard-
dude.
Yeah, the hard part about it was and that's a big thing about me wanting to play up there. Is I wanted to be in the experience of my own PA to see if I could reestablish the issues that other people were having. So, and upon doing that, I realized exactly what's wrong with the way the monitors are set up. Because I just took everything out of them. See, the big problem is a lot of monitor engineers, they build. And I'm a monitor engineer that cuts. Say, hey, I need more guitar. okay, well, do I A, boost the guitar, or B, do I turn everything else slightly down? Most people just boost the guitar, and then your ears get tenacious. Not tenacious. Ears get tenacious.
They get
Tinnitus.
tinnitus.
And then all of a sudden you need more, and you need more.
Well, the thing
and
is, too, is once you bump one up, it just turns into mud.
Yeah,
Right.
it gets out of control. So I was able to fix that very easily on stage. And plus our stage volume was very low, except for this guy. No, I'm good. So I fixed.
So now as a sound engineer, as a musician, you're doing the thing where it's like, well, I want my stage volume louder. Meanwhile, engineers are
I'm gonna tell
traditionally I'm gonna need you to turn down the stage volume.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. You know what the funny part about the whole thing was?
What?
You know how much volume I had in my stage monitor?
How
my
much?
vocal? None.
Oh, that blows ass, dude. Why would
Yeah,
you do
that's
well,
something
you need
I
it.
noticed I couldn't hear you either.
Singer's got to be able to hear himself.
Whoa.
Until I stepped out, I could hear you reflecting back off of the other.
I could hear myself like crystal clear, and I had zero of me in the monitor.
So you heard it all from front of house, is what you're saying?
Front of house, and
I
that's
when
that's
I need to
what
tell you,
I
had no problem hearing myself.
When I stepped
whatsoever.
away from the stack, I could suddenly hear myself.
See, I had to go. Well, okay. Here's another thing about that stage: is the mic that I got last week. The mic cable had about 2 feet of give to it, so I tried to go out front because I couldn't hear myself, and I went koonk, and then I was like wonk wonk wonk. So then I want to move around. I'm like koonk koonk koonk.
Yeah, because I was trying to go fuck with Nick, and
Yeah.
There was so much spaghetti on stage and so much equipment that I was like,
You
I'm
know-
gonna walk over to.
This is turning into how can we improve your playing experience?
Yeah,
at Twist.
it was.
So we can
that's
move
what it
along
was.
because I'll get into that too.
We'll
So
get
get
to
too
that.
tech. Everybody's
Okay, so-
sleeping at home
but
right
anyways-
now.
But anyway, like somewhere, like I said, and and just to be clear, there were fuck ups all over that stage
Well,
last night. There were
Nick's
a
original
number of
4-string is actually hotter than his 5-string. So the way I had all the monitors set up was for a specific bass that he was going to use for the majority of the show.
Yeah, but the
Right.
bottom line-
So then I had to readjust everything and to get him louder over
And
here.
I'll tell you flat out, like that was probably one of the sloppiest shows we ever played.
Sloppy.
I can't. I'm not even going to
Well,
sit here.
y'all, it was kind of a reunion. So.
That's what it was, but it was very and it's the sort of thing where it's like, of course, as a musician, you're going to be your own worst critic, and you never know how it's going to come off. But it's like I did not feel good about how anything went. I don't even remember what song that turned me, but at some point, like I said, it took that Steve's fuck up. When I saw Steve fuck up and how bad he fucked up.
Into the third song was when I go, I need to quit worrying about shit.
Right.
You know, like I need to quit. You know, because I keep hearing some weird bass note hits, and I
Yeah.
know it was you hitting it
Yep.
accidentally
Wrong
hitting the wrong string,
or whatever.
you know,
Yeah.
and then Steve kind of fucks up, and then I heard a couple keystrokes that were wrong, and then I'm like, this is my last show ever.
You
I
need to
don't-
have
I
a
Kill
little
that
fun.
shit too.
I
Yeah,
don't-
absolutely.
Yeah, why am I letting my vibe be ruined about this?
Absolutely, because you're working still when you're on stage,
Yeah.
and that's no freaking
And
cool,
then,
man.
I go,
Yep.
you know what? Fuck it, brah. It is what it is. We played on worse. We
And
played
y'all
on better.
completely loosened up too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
in
it
the
was.
third song, it was like,
It was. You
oh.
could feel it. You could feel it in the room. Y'all loosening up.
Yeah.
And letting
Yeah.
go.
And
And
it
it
was
was like,
like,
and then it was transcendental.
Right.
Like I said, for me, it was just like because there were plenty more mistakes, and it was just like, you know what?
But whatever.
We got through it.
I should have
We
said
didn't
that on
stop.
stage.
But did you die?
Exactly. We didn't die.
That's right,
Like,
folks. We are Nebulous, and the mistakes keep coming. Oh, yeah. Like,
yeah, because yeah, it's
sorry.
it's all right.
I got work.
Let's see. But it's like you don't want to acknowledge the the show must go on. So like you
Right.
can't sit here and be like, oh,
Right.
sorry, we fucked that up. Like you want to try to keep like some sort of semblance of illusion.
right.
But it was.
Well,
We loosened up. We have fun, and this needs to be mentioned, by the way, because I know he listens to this podcast. Because you were the one who first broached the subject, but friggin' JP was the star of that fucking show.
JP was
Absolutely.
JP, I'm going to say this right now. JP, he's the guy.
belted it.
The picture on the monitor right here. He's the individual standing right in the middle. I know you're listening, dude. I know I told you this already on the phone. I'm going to repeat it here in public on the podcast. You need to find a metal band that's going to let you be a front man.
Yes.
Whatever it is, you fucking got it, dude. You need to get up there, dude. He was fucking on. Oh my, like I could hear him.
On.
I could hear him real well. And oh my God, his screams were amazing.
Yep.
His
Fucking-
singing was great.
It was. That was a really.
And strangely enough, we actually went into the first practice. He didn't make the first practice because he wasn't gonna do it. His response was like, dude, I don't think I have it anymore. I don't think I can do it.
Right.
So it's like, I had this conversation with you. I was like, dude, if that's what he thinks and that's what he wants, you know what?
Yeah.
That's fine. I respect that. You know what I mean? It's fine. I'm not going to force him.
Right.
You know, but then after a while, he finally came around and he came to second practice, and we heard him. I was like, dude, you still fucking got it. Like, you're way too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
And out of every strange, I just found it amazing that like the person who was the most tentative about doing that show was probably the one who was most on point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He did great.
yeah, he nailed it.
Brett and Metric Nut brought it. Like, that was one of the best shows that I've ever seen him do.
I agree, man.
You know, fucking.
He said those guys didn't practice at all.
They didn't practice at all.
Together.
That was a solid set they had.
Yeah,
was
but keep in
fucking
mind,
solid.
like Metric Nut has had reunion shows.
That's true, yeah.
Like, so I mean, but they hadn't practiced in months.
Yeah. So they may have had, okay, in the past 10 years, they may have practiced they may have practiced 9 times.
Yeah,
And played.
and they played that well.
3 shows before
that was
that.
And of course, you
awesome.
talk to Metric Mark's like, yeah, I fucked up every song, you know. But
But, you know, his fuck-ups versus what, you know, like, knowing them like the back of my hand, dude, a quarter of a note. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you picked it a split second too late.
Absolutely.
Dude, what? Nobody. What? Fuck off. It was awesome. You know, like you know, and I know he's the most critical guitarist of himself.
That was
fantastic.
That was a solid set, man. That was
Oh
good.
man, you know.
yeah. So eventually,
So and in JP, you know, and I'm like,
JP fucking nailed it.
and I'm like,
I'm
like, whoa,
he was the star of the show.
whoa.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was no denying.
Those shrills, those screams
Yeah.
were fucking demons.
I'm going to say this till I'm blue in the fucking
That
face.
was awesome.
JP, from the bottom of my heart, you
Killed
need to go find a regular metal band that needs a front man
Mhm.
and go hit that shit up.
And go face fuck.
I will pay to see that because he's that good. He is
Yes,
that
he is
fucking
that
good.
And I
He
think, and with a little bit of time, he'd be able to do a full set with the band.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
He could
if
do
he's,
it.
If he's going to do screaming
could absolutely
full
do it.
time, you know, then he might need a couple months to get them fucking belts out for fucking. Oh, dude, that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was fucking. I mean, everybody as a whole, we did pretty okay. Steve did.
I wasn't happy with the way that I played at all. But honestly, I think that had more to do with my comfort level than anything.
Right.
Because if I was on a 4-string, I think I probably would have enjoyed myself a little more.
Right.
But because I had to play the whole thing on my 5, that just
Right.
fucked me up.
You know,
I never recovered because, dude, it's like you remember from back in the day. Part of the reason why people enjoyed what I did was because I was a bit of an animal on stage. Now I wasn't planning on being an animal, but I was planning on being animated. I was going to have fun,
You were animated, yes.
but I couldn't be that animal because again, I had to keep it high and tight.
Hey, trust me, I got you.
You know?
Brian. Look, it is what it is. We got through it.
We did.
We got through it.
We got through it. We got
didn't
through it.
Stop.
We hung around, and
We
it's like,
didn't
and
stop.
by the time the end of the show, you know, there were a bunch of noticeable absences. I'm sure you probably had a few people that like you looked out in the crowd like, really, they didn't come. That you know, not only did they not come, they didn't tell me. Like I had a couple friends of mine that were like, "Hey, dude, look, sorry, can't make it. Good luck out there."
Right.
Hey, that's cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's awesome. And I had a few friends that just like no call, no show. Like really, like you
Right.
can't like message me or anything. Like,
Dude.
you know, but dude, honestly, like I thought that would bother me a lot more than it actually did. Because it's
Right.
like I look around, this guy's hanging out with me.
Yeah. It's
We were-
it's the people that
we were having
regardless.
fun.
It's the people that went were the fun people.
Yes.
They weren't the bullshit people where you're like, oh, not this fucker again. You know what I mean? Like, because you had some of those people in the.
I thought it was cool. I saw a lot of faces I hadn't seen in well over a
so-
decade.
yeah,
and,
so
you know,
long.
I mean,
You know, and I love the conversations because it's like you want to reconnect with those people,
Absolutely.
but you got there's so many of them. You're like, dude, how you been? Oh,
Well-
me too. Yeah.
here's what I thought was interesting too was that I forgot what a bunch of fucking hooligans
Yes.
I used to hang out with. You know?
Yeah. It was nuts, man.
That's like that was the biggest thing to me is like, yeah, I had people that said they were going to go and didn't go, and I knew that. I knew out of the 100 people that said they were definitely going with me, like talking to them.
yeah, but it's like
explicitly.
I
But-
had close friends though, like close friends that
Right.
like didn't even bother to like message or anything. It's
Right.
like, really, dude, like it's like
You guys don't remember this?
It doesn't even bother me. Well, here's the thing, like it doesn't bother me that like
I didn't get bothered at all.
it doesn't bother me that they didn't come because like I said, I have plenty of
Right.
people that didn't come. Plenty of people it's like, hey, wish you could be there, can't make it. Hey, cool.
Right.
But there's a couple people that like, especially there was like one or two that was like giving me the impression like, yeah, we're definitely gonna go, and then like they don't show up, they don't return calls, don't return texts, and it's like really like that's like
They might have had a medical emergency.
you never know. But if that's the case, I don't.
Yeah, that they had to sit on the couch and watch Netflix.
Exactly.
Hey.
I don't know, but that's why
That's
I
the way
made the,
people are.
that's why I made the post. I made the post on Facebook. It's like, hey, if you didn't come, I can't make you come have fun.
Yeah.
We had
Look.
fucking fun.
Look, the
You
thought-
guys were okay. Let me just. The place was packed.
Yeah.
So
It was.
I don't know how many more people y'all want to put in there. I guess you wanted like a fire trap, like
but it's
White
just
Snake.
But you know what it is.
Yes.
But you know what it's like. It's like
Yeah.
if you put something together, you work really hard, and especially like you've got a few people that are
Yeah.
really close to, and you think like, okay, you're gonna,
Dude.
you're gonna come support me, right? Like you have in your mind, like you're gonna
Yeah,
come
no.
support me.
Yeah, no,
And
those people aren't gonna
And
support
not only
you.
do they not show up, but they don't say anything. They don't.
See, this is like
this
this is
is-
like
this is-
this is
yeah,
like
I was
a
gonna-
Tuesday.
I was gonna
for
go
me.
to-
exactly.
but I
Yeah, like
couldn't.
funny fucking Monday afternoon.
Here's the thing. There's a group of people that are like, oh, Nick's playing with this little band again. We're old, and I'm a
here's the thing,
banker.
I get
Right.
that.
Wait, and then there's your group of friends that are jealous. And they're the ones that really upset me. Not the ones that are like too old and they're gonna stay home and watch Netflix. Those guys don't bother me. The ones that bother me are the ones that know that like they should be supporting you because they've been rah rah rah, your best friend, do this, do
Right.
this, and then as soon as you do it and it actually comes to something, then it's crickets. They're not gonna show up because
Right.
you actually made something happen. So you know what? Pat yourself on the back, and don't get mad about it. Be happy about it. Be like, what are you guys doing
Yeah.
with your miserable lives?
I mean, if I look at the show as a whole,
Yeah,
I projected 200 people.
yeah, that's what
That's
you
what we
had.
got. That's what we got.
And That's exact. Like
200 people in that place, and for the people listening out there, the place is relatively small venue. 200 people is, in my opinion, just
Packed
about
house.
max capacity.
yeah.
That's
You don't
to
want
it,
more.
yeah.
You don't. If there was more than that, it would have been uncomfortable.
It would have been a sardine can.
It would have
I think,
been.
yeah.
I was very. And that's like I chose to focus on the people who showed up rather than the people who didn't.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of
It
fun.
did. It
We
didn't
had a
even
lot of
cross
fun.
my mind about like, hey, where's so and so? I didn't even care because it wasn't about them. It wasn't about the people who came.
No, it was about me and Ben cutting up during Metric Nut.
Right.
Friggin', talking about talking to various people who were coming in. A lot of people we didn't expect who just
Yeah.
showed up like, wow, you freaking came. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, wow,
and-
that's awesome.
And there was a good little crowd of people who had never saw us before. Me being in the bar industry for
We
so
actually
long,
got some compliments from people who had never seen us
Yeah.
before, which was
yeah, it
mind blowing to me.
Yeah, mind blowing. But I had
Give 'em a CD.
Had a bunch of people in
We
the bar
did, we
industry
gave
that
them
came
one.
out to see this
Got 200 more right
Nebulous
there.
that they've heard so much about throughout the years, and they were like, dude, that was different. It was awesome, but they're like that. We like that. The style was so. God, what does that guy tell me? I forget.
I forgot.
But he's like, I listen to a lot of bands and stuff, and I do my own band things. And he's like, you guys, you got the crazy keyboards going. You got this guitarist who's playing some weird shit, and we don't even know what the fuck's going on. Like the bass is going, and the drummer's just fucking nailing away, and then y'all got really sloppy.
yeah.
And then he's like, but the sloppiness was amazing. Like, how did y'all rehearse that?
That's what I was saying. It was like there was a discordant aspect
Yeah.
about it that was awesome. It was like a happy accident.
Right. And
a lot of our music
Like
is like
there was.
that.
I was gonna say that's
Seriously.
pretty prototypical.
Seriously, and there was
Nebulous.
something, I don't know if it was an intentional thing going on with like your wet mic or whatever, but it was like, it was a little distorted, but it sounded fantastic. Like
Well,
it was
that's
really neat.
right. That's what I was going.
It's just
the-
weird.
Good.
Yeah, it was just weird.
Yeah, the effects.
But I like that.
Because I never got into the habit once getting JP. Because I used to use that slight little distortion with the scream, so I didn't have to go as deep into it. So, but I never changed that, even after we got JP. So I'm always into that slightly distorted, nice, wet, deep, sometimes pitch shifted, sometimes just a crazy, weird, flat slap back and stuff like that. But that's how I never would ever get into a venue that I could sit there with an engineer for half an hour and be like, on this song, I want this kind of effect.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, and then I just bring in two mics so I could vary that mic out to get the different effect, and it worked. I pretty much got that from Two Purge 4.
I love the keyboards.
The keyboards were great. I mean,
Yeah.
everything about it.
Sid did well.
Yeah,
Sid did very well.
Has Sid been playing in the time since?
I don't know if he ever. I don't think he completely
I think
stopped.
he
But
stopped, but it wasn't like
Right.
everyday thing.
Sid did well. Look, honestly, out of all the people on stage, I'd say the two people who did the best were probably JP and Sid. They probably.
Yeah.
I was gonna
they
say
probably-
I thought Sid did some really interesting stuff
I give-
what.
Well, he had to change what he did because he didn't have the same equipment. Like
Well,
there
that's
was
true.
there was some different stuff that he had, and we were also there was some technical stuff with him too, but they weren't as pronounced.
Right. And Steve did great.
I
He was
always
down
loved
with
the
two
weird
toms.
keyboards in y'all stuff though.
Yeah, that kind of. And like it is, it's a conglomerate of different people,
Right.
The different things that
But
they
like,
bring together.
But that's
and
what I
you
mean.
go,
Like everybody
you go,
brought
wow.
something totally weird to the table.
Right.
That's what.
yeah, is that radio friendly? Fuck no.
Right,
You
right.
know? It's
No.
very
Yeah.
strange.
We are
it's
not
different.
Yeah, we to be very clear, we are. And if you want to hear Nebulous music, by the way, if you're not local, if you want to hear Nebulous music and you live in the New Orleans area and you want a CD, by all means, get in touch with me. I've got a box of 200 of them sitting right there.
In fact, we're gonna put one in every mailbox
I'm about
in
to say-
Metairie.
Yeah, really.
Actually, if you want, I'll take a stack with me.
I'm gonna throw them at cars as they pass by. See if I can get them in the window. It's
Are
gonna be
those
terrible.
recyclable?
Jesus,
I've got a bunch of drink
Yeah.
holders at my house too.
Exactly.
Yeah, really.
So, but I uploaded a few of them. There's a "Ain't There No More" playlist, which I really should update. I got some more bands. I got away from it, but though it's all up there. But there it is. I still have the picture up there. That's probably one of my favorite pictures of the night.
Yeah,
I
love
think
that
my
photo.
favorite picture
We have
was
some
the,
more pictures
was the
coming.
one of us toasting on stage.
That one too.
I thought that was my favorite.
I just don't want to pull up my personal Facebook to put it
Wait,
up there,
I
that's all.
can send you one.
And I just got word that there may be another podcast that may be talking about the show soon.
Oh really?
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
Wait, are they
no.
talking
Like,
right now?
Like right now, yeah.
Hold on.
I just
wait.
got the text.
I want to get that number. Where's that number? Hold on.
Wait, we
Are we
got
gonna
to
call-
know what they're talking about. We
Are we
can't
gonna
just
call 'em and
call
troll 'em?
in.
Wait, if
Yes,
it-
we
Yeah,
are.
but if it's good,
I think
we
we
don't
are.
Stop it.
I think we are.
But we have to know in context. Like it might be exactly. If it's great, we don't want to stop it.
Yeah,
we
don't
don't want to stop
stop
if
it,
it's
don't stop
bad.
Do they have a Skype line? Can we like Skype them in here so all of us can hear it and all of us can talk back? Chris,
What?
you well,
Chris is scheming.
Well,
This is not good.
hold on, because Chris needs to. Because Chris is a professional here. Like, do they have a do they have a Skype line?
I have no idea.
Do you know? Because if they have a Skype line, we could possibly get all of us on the air, huh? Possibly instead of just on a phone.
I don't know. Wait, what? Oh.
That's the reason. If you're watching this on video, that's the reason why everybody has been on their phones. One of the reasons.
Yeah, because we know that there's going to be live reviews coming out tonight
Yes.
on
There's
podcasts.
another local podcast. I'm not going to give out their name unless we actually get on the air. There's another local podcast that's kind of known for being a little harsh.
Right.
And
right, and they
they're
were
suppo-
all
they
in
were at the show.
attendance
They were
at
the
both
show.
shows.
Yeah. So the idea was that they were going to talk about it tonight, and we wanted to see if we could maybe worm our way in and have a little fun.
Little fun.
But we would have to hear what they're talking. We can't just call and be like
Yeah.
interrupted.
Can we patch in their feed? Wait, hold on. There's got to be a way to do this. Hold on. I think this can happen.
All right.
Hold
Well,
on.
Nick's doing that. So we did it. We ended the show. Life was good. 200 people. We made a little jingle. We basically paid for our bar tabs, which was great. Gave away a bunch
Hey,
of
yeah.
CDs. I had a blast. Nothing but compliments at the end of the set. They said the groups of bands were great. Lower Line and Metric Nut were a very good meld. Those are two bands that belong in a set. And we're a little bit different, but people love the difference. Because we're still kind of in your face and ballsy, but we're not.
Right.
We're not metal. We're rock.
Right.
But I had a blast. Shared drinks with a bunch of people. Everything went off fairly well. I got to play on my own PA. We had all kind of lights going on and shit. It was
Yeah.
blinky and fucking,
All right, I got the phone number.
I got the phone number here.
I got the phone number.
No,
I'm
we need
trying
to know what they're saying
trying to see
before we
if I can-
call it
I'm
and
tr-
interrupt.
I'm
them.
trying to tap into the feed. I'm having difficulty doing so. Hold on.
Hush your mouth.
I'm just checking the boards because I know that
Me too.
I know that somebody is going to jump into our defense.
They
if-
do have a lot of traffic on their feed. Like on
Let me
their,
see. Hold
on
on.
their,
Well, I
chat
have
room.
hold on. I have Chrome muted. Let me put it into Firefox and see if it suddenly gets live here. Let's see. This might be the most boring end to any podcast we ever do. But I
What?
don't care.
No way.
No, it isn't.
I
This
want
is
to
like
troll.
awesome.
I want to troll.
Right.
I'm in a trolling
We're gonna
mood.
do it good. Well, this is the last brain
Wait, is that
static
them?
podcast.
Wait.
Careful what you wish for.
What does that mean? Just because y'all over there sharing
You know
pickles together don't mean.
Damn well.
There they
what I
are.
mean.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I know what you mean.
What are they talking
Yeah.
about?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Does anybody?
Are we gonna get in trouble?
Well, I guess
For
we'll
what?
see.
All right,
Oh, I don't know.
tune in.
I don't give a
This
fuck.
portion of the show brought to you by Slave Nation.
Just
I
like
can't-
any other news,
I can't mute it,
you
by the
gotta
way.
wait till the very fucking end to find out the weather.
Right. All right. A taste
So,
of things to come.
Let's see some of the interesting things at Drink and Draw.
All right.
Okay,
Fuck
that's
it.
not our show.
Well, I
They're
drew
doing
those
three different
You drew a
shows.
Three
little
different show?
something.
Yeah, they haven't
Somebody
got to
was
us yet.
pissed, boy. I walk in
Okay,
there
so
and he's
let's-
like, "What
all
the?"
right. All right. Let's kill that for right now.
He killed it right before he
right.
said fuck.
Yeah. Naughty language. We don't tolerate that sort of salty language.
Yeah, we.
So the experience. Sorry to cut you off, Ben.
No, I recorded.
That's JP right there.
I love that weird shit going on in
Yeah,
there.
you
I love
that?
it.
It's like a dude. That thing is all.
And
over
you know
the
what?
place.
You know what's cool too? It almost sounds organic. Like those are like feedback noises,
Right.
and like I love that. It's almost like, yeah, I thought it was really cool.
There is a professional recording of it, and we may bring it to the new show if it's relevant. I don't know.
Yeah,
we might just throw it up on the YouTube and see if anybody likes it. I shudder to listen
we
to
could
it.
jack that in.
See, sometimes a board
wanna jack
recording is a real wake up call, y'all. I just want to tell you that
Yo,
now.
wanna jack in?
I know.
Do we have one?
I think so.
The worst one is when you have
Probably
a.
jack
your
in.
computer.
Okay, just while you do. Yeah,
Do you
I
have, hold on, real quick.
Yep.
Do you have spies monitoring?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Do you have spies?
Yes.
What is that?
I want someone monitoring that.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
said, we'll tell you what podcast it is if we actually get on the air. If not, then fuck them.
Oh, we're nicer than
Nah,
that.
you were nicer than that. They're nice people.
Yeah, but
Unless they trash our
unless they
bands.
trash us, and then we're gonna hate them.
Then it's on, motherfucker. It's
Are you
better
jacking it? Do I need to kill something?
Here, take it off.
It's better to take the jacket off.
What do you need from me?
Take off your pants and jacket.
What do you need from me?
I'm gonna plug in. I'm just gonna need you to give me volume when I mean, who even wears those things anymore, dude? You know how old we are? It feels different when you put a cover on your phone.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a 3-year-old.
Oh yeah, dude, that explains everything. I'm surprised it's not wrapped in like bubble wrap and shit. Too.
It was for a while. Where are we at? Here we go.
Do. I'm gonna have to pee before we get on the air with the certain other podcast. How many calls can they possibly get? They gotta get us, right?
They get some, yeah.
They get some.
Yeah, they answer the phone.
They get more than we do. There we go. There's some audio from the show. Phone audio. This March of the Dead? Boy, it really does sound chaotic, doesn't it? Which one? Which channel are you in? This one?
Yeah, that was.
Good. Is that the last chorus? This is how we ended.
I'm totally jealous of that little keyboard bleepy sound.
I think it was expensive when we first got it, too, wasn't it?
Dude, that thing was like $500.
Yeah, it was
almost.
expensive to have a sampler in the early 2000s.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
That's Sid's handiwork. Good job there, Sid.
Yeah, that light show was bagging. I love it.
Okay, I'm getting one of my people
Are they
is
talking
saying
about
that that it's difficult to listen to after you patch them in because there's the delay on both podcasts.
There's a delay.
On both.
Probably, yeah.
That's fine.
So it's
there won't be
like-
any delay when we call them.
Yeah, but we have to know what they're talking about,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
We
We're
can't
like
just
trying to be-
randomly
We're
call.
trying to be like fucking Russian spies over here, and like it's hard
I know.
because there's a
We're trying to
delay.
be- I know.
we have the same technology as
mean, our
Soviet era spies.
We
Fortunately,
have the technology.
we have a tin can and a string.
fortunately, our
We're
podcast,
sending smoke signals to the other
we
one.
have mice with cameras in their studios right now.
You know, fortunately, our podcast is only about 10 seconds behind. You know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but I
other
think
ones-
there's a
slight
delay
delay.
on theirs too. So the person trying to listen to it,
Right.
to listen to us, was like a little confused about what was going on.
I got you.
I see, because it was not.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, fuck. I gotta pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're only like 5 minutes into this session. That might be a
Wow,
problem.
where'd it go?
I might have to let the ship get
Let's
steered
see.
without
Let's
us
see.
captain.
Who do we?
Well, I got to urinate too. Can we all just leave?
We can just
So,
why don't we have it just be the Chris and Melissa show for a little while?
So
We do
I
that?
mean,
Or
I
you could
think-
we could have like a 5-minute episode.
5-minute episode.
We
I
could
mean-
call it the Soviet spy episode, and it only lasts 5 minutes.
In Soviet Russia, podcast broadcast to you.
I mean, the good thing about it was the venue, great. You know, simple and easy. Sounded
It was
good,
fun, man.
easy.
Yeah, that
Bar-
venue
Here's
is
something.
easy.
Here's
The-
something
the-
here's something we can talk about. What are the odds of another Nebulous show happening?
Oh,
A year from
I
now.
would. I can't
No.
say no. I can't say zero. I can't say that it'll never happen.
I'm not.
You
Saying,
should,
I'm not
but-
saying another reunion in a year, but I would not mind doing it again in the future. I'm down.
Yeah, who knows?
What if you got back together and did only covers?
Oh God.
Oh, I'd love
There was
that.
actually talk of cover. Well, what songs did we talk about covering? There were a number of them. Magic Carpet Ride was one of them. We almost did that
I
one.
wasn't down with that one.
Yeah.
I wanted
Well, which
to.
one did you want to do? You
wanted
had
to-
a good one. I can't remember which
I
one.
wanted
it
to
was.
do Angel of the Morning.
Yeah.
I like that.
Nobody look. I look at all these songs.
A lot of people looking at us like, what are you talking about? Hold on, I will show. I'll play a little sample.
Dude,
of it.
we would have fucked that song up awesomely. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just such a slow jam, and we'd have gothed it out, and then like had all kinds of weird shit going
Yeah,
on.
I really think you should.
There's this song.
Yeah.
Who hasn't heard this song?
I didn't know it by name when he said it.
Yeah.
This is the one that Chris was talking about.
I sing this at karaoke every once in a while.
Can you imagine JP screaming over this?
Yes, that's why. Like all of it, all that weird shit that we do.
Yeah.
Like,
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So that was one. What were the other? I can't remember. There were a number of ones.
because I'm so
thrown around.
huge on a lot of the covers of songs, and I love like looking up song title, cover metal.
Yes.
Metal cover, and like being like, oh my god, that's so cool. But I wanted to do so, and I love the covers where like the main vocal is still pretty much the same, but then the secondary vocal is like fucking screaming.
Then have you
And then,
heard
like,
the Bee Gees metal cover band?
Yes, they're fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those guys are great.
Those guys are good. But I love that shit.
I do too.
I love
The We Should Be Dancing. The
I didn't do one thing last night that I really wanted to. I did want to do a little thing, a little speech on stage. I wanted to go because we were thinking about doing a cover song, and I wanted to go, "Hey, you guys want to hear cover?" And everybody would be like, "Yeah!" And I'd be like, "Well, real bands don't do covers. Fuck that." Because both of the other bands do a cover song.
Right.
Yeah.
I've always thrown one in.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
it.
I love covers.
But that's also a hit on Farewell to Fear because of
I
their.
usually enjoy a decent cover because it's
Oh,
like
I
a break.
didn't-
It's
I
almost
didn't-
kind of like you take.
I
a little
didn't
break.
really care, but I'd
Yeah.
love the little dig just because you can.
It's just that's all it is, just a dig.
Yeah, only a
Should
man
we-
with a
should we-
microphone can.
should
tell
we-
you he loves
Should we
most.
check back in?
Yeah, check back in.
Let's check back in. Let's see what
Because
they're doing here.
it's radio silence now on my end
wonder-
from my man.
I wonder-
So I wonder if he's having a problem.
Oh, you just got. Oh shit! I forgot. Hold on.
I
That was
won-
Angel of the Morning again.
I wonder how long their delay is.
I don't know.
Said about 10 seconds. Was that about 10 seconds? No, you said
Ours
that.
is
10
about
seconds,
about
but you
10.
can set. You're recording it, and then you can say a 30-second delay.
Dude, you still listening to the show? I thought I've been yelling at you. Turn the fucking show off.
No, we're not.
Nah. Hey, good job, made it on the. I was coming back from Homa. Blue Bayou. I was coming back from Blue Bayou, and I was just listening to that the entire time in my car. One thing I realized going to
What's
a
that
water
hum?
park is you wait 30 minutes in line
You got
for
multiple
10
feeds trying
seconds
to
of
go.
sliding
That's-
down something.
It's not
Yeah.
us. It's
Yeah,
All
right.
they got a
It's
collar.
ridiculous.
And
You really
And,
broke that
uh,
down to its
it was
fundamentals.
a waste of
cellular
money.
phone
It was
stuff.
a waste of money.
Oh, come on, you didn't have fun?
Sorry, that was
I'd
really
rather
hot.
just sit in my
Yeah, I
front
realized-
yard and have,
Jesus
like,
Christ,
my
that was
neighbor
jacked up.
spray a hose in my face and kids.
Clearly they
swimming
got
in the
off
pool.
track
That's
with this
pretty much
collar,
what I
whoever
did.
this
Apparently
collar
so,
is.
yeah.
They didn't have a lot of hot moms walking around or nothing?
No,
No.
none.
Damn it.
Chris wants to hear about the hot
They're all there
moms.
with kids.
Blue Bayou's
Well,
kind
what
of
if we
hood
listen to a
nonsense.
podcast, listening
On the
to a
podcast?
podcast,
Yeah, this
listening
would
to
be
a
real
podcast?
horrible.
podcast. Yeah.
We're about to cause inception here.
Yeah.
Is it because you don't like Chinese people and there's
All
too
right,
many
I think I've
Chinese
had
people
enough of
in?
them.
All right.
No, really.
We're gonna check it periodically. Like I said,
Yeah.
if we can get on air, then we'll tell you what podcast
Like I said, I
that
got
is.
somebody monitoring it to try to let me know, unless it's like so bad, like maybe they don't want me to hear
See
it.
if you could text them to be like, just when they're talking about the show.
Do we know
Oh,
any of
both of
them?
them.
Do we know any of them personally, like on a phone number basis?
I do,
I
but
do actually.
We're
But
doing-
I'm not.
Should we warn them, or should we just try to surprise them?
Why would we warn them? Warn them of what?
we were gonna
We're
call
gonna
it.
blow them up.
No, because we want them to be honest, right?
Yeah.
Do you don't want them to like censor themselves,
Right.
No, not at
or
all.
do we?
I don't know. My ego might be a little fragile here. All right, Ben got back. It's my turn to go
There
pee.
wasn't very many of them left.
Can I leave the ship and you guys can handle it? Can I trust y'all with that?
Yes.
All right, I'll be back. I'll be back shortly.
So with the way the show went, a lot of hard work, a lot of getting everybody together, kind of stuff. It went off very, very well.
I think so.
I projected about 200 people, and I got 200 people. Like I was right on the money.
Okay, so did you? I hate bringing this up. Have you addressed maybe like some of your wardrobe malfunctions yet?
No,
Okay.
that was so. Everything was fine. Everything was good. It's the first time I went down the headbang, and just kind of start getting into it. My zipper popped.
Right.
Like,
And I didn't know if you were aware of that or not. And I was like,
Yes.
oh, so you were. Okay, so that's good.
yeah, because the way my leather pants always.
But unlike Lenny Kravitz, you had a backup plan.
I had a backup plan.
You had something on under your pants because you
Yes.
could have totally had a Lenny Kravitz moment.
I could have.
He was wearing leather pants,
I don't
so it was
trust-
all could have been exactly the same
I
thing.
never wore underwear underneath my leather pants.
But something told you.
Well, I'm going to tell you the experience. that I
Okay,
had
yeah, because
before.
I'm interested in this.
So we played a show. It was either, I think it might have been at Tipitina's. Well, where the really high. It's not a high stage,
Yeah.
but it's a.
It's a considerably. It's a good venue. It's a good sized venue.
Yeah, but the
Like a House of Blues sized venue.
Right, so the stage is about 5 feet up.
Yeah.
That's where the stage starts. So we're playing a show, and usually, 99% of the time, that last song that we had with all the crazy wild, weird shit, I would jump off stage and get into the pit with
Right.
everybody. Even though we're not really a metal band that has a pit, but I would at least try to get the last motherfuckers that were there to move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I fucking launched myself. I'll tell you another story, too. I launched myself off of the fucking stage wedge. And as soon as I lift my leg up onto that wedge, my leather pants split.
We're talking about his Lenny Kravitz moment.
Yes, Chris's wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah. So,
I was wondering what exactly. First of all, how did you find out that happened? Who told you?
like 63 people.
Oh,
Okay, because I told Sean, I was like, Sean Goat, can I go up to Neb and poke him and go, like the Pillsbury Doughboy? And Sean says, you may not. And so that's how I was going to let you know. But Sean
You so should have done
ixnayed,
it.
just going, boing. But Sean totally ixnayed the idea. He says, you can't do that. This is his moment.
into the first headbang that I did, my zipper popped.
So you felt it pop.
Yeah. Well, I kind of felt it pop, and I'm like, I don't even know what just happened.
You're like, oh, shit.
But I think my dick's still in my pants, so I think I'm okay. If it's not, people will definitely tell me.
But that's so epic. That's so epic,
Yeah.
though.
And there's like so many people like in front of the stage like, dude, your zipper's down. And I look down and I'm like, yeah, it's down. I'm like, it's not there anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just the thing came on. You know when you have the zipper and then both ends are open.
Yep.
Well, in the middle of that, and I tried to kind of like fix it. It just
Oh
like,
gosh,
broke
well,
out. Yeah,
you
I
know
was
what though, and then on stage you don't want to have that that what was that with that movie, the Mary movie? Remember
What?
something about Mary?
Oh yeah. Oh the
Oh yeah, you don't want
Oh,
that to
yeah,
happen
no.
on stage.
No, and that's the hard part. Like, if you've ever, leather pants are weird. Things.
Yeah, and you know what? They're hard to have fit well, unless you have $1,000 to have somebody make you a pair to your specifications.
They never fit the way you want them to fit.
No.
Especially if you're a little bit bigger. I'm sure if I was skinny, I could find a pair that I could fucking spray on.
Pleather is better, but that's 1992. You can't do pleather anymore.
Right. And the last time I was on stage, I wore these leather pants, so I thought it was fitting. That
Fitting.
fitting.
You thought wrong.
I thought wrong.
I'm watching this chat feed from this certain other podcast, and it's just like they are trying to be disrespectful, trying to be entertaining on the radio. That's from Low Blow. I don't know what that really means.
What?
They might
I
be
don't know what
listening to
that
us,
means.
listen to them, listen to us.
Oh wow, dude!
Think so?
It's like,
That would be weird if they were actually, if we
I
just,
highly doubt
Oh
that.
my God! It's
no.
Is this some total?
It's
I
like-
don't even know if they know that we exist.
It's
quite
like-
I don't
frankly.
think so.
It's like double triple agent.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Hold on. I don't know if I'm going to wait because, quite frankly, I'm getting impatient.
Yeah.
I may call and just.
No,
say
you
fuck it.
can't.
Why?
You can't.
Why
You're going
not?
to ruin everything because we have to
I
know
just wanna
organically
know
what people
organic.
think.
Yeah.
You know, you're not the only one here. I
I know.
have a show review too happening.
So, yeah,
Teaching
exactly.
us how to draw something. So that's what I really thought it was going to be. I didn't know it was
Maybe
just gonna
they'll
be a
never
bunch
get
of
to it and we'll
assholes
get
sitting around
lucky.
doing
That would be funny. They just never did it.
I'm just playing, but I love Laddie. I know y'all know how I feel. He's fantastic. So I enjoy just going there and hanging out, man. He was funny. I love like Fletch.
They're still on that first show, so
Still on
that's
the
good
first
news.
show?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
well, I just turned it down.
Okay.
You
I
know.
still have their feet, so we can just
So-
Got a bunch of
do that and
Yeah.
give it
Hey,
time.
So you know, yeah, my wardrobe malfunction. Everybody's like telling me, and I'm like, I know, whatever. And, like I'm like I see the problem,
Right.
and I got nothing because I got a show to play, so it's just the way it is. Y'all can see my boxers. I
Big
didn't.
deal.
I didn't charge y'all for that.
Exactly. That's free. That's extra.
It's free entertainment.
So did anybody else have any wardrobe malfunctions? Because
No.
I have at least one a night.
No,
I
actually,
think Nick had a nip slip.
did I?
I think so.
Maybe.
I was actually wearing more clothes than I normally did. I had to wear. No, true story. I don't know
I was
when this
bummed out
started.
that you did not wear a mesh shirt.
I'm sorry. I thought about it. I
People
thought
are
about it. I
bummed
got talked out
I
of
didn't
it.
wear my chainmail, and I'm like, I don't have it anymore. This shit got
My
eaten
buddy
by
asked
this-
about that.
I still have my old stage shirt, the one with the fishnets.
Yeah.
I still have it.
Oh my God.
I thought about breaking it out, but I was like, nah, I'll just go.
That was so nice.
I went all black, but the only thing different was I actually wore a sleeve because for some reason when I was playing the bass was chafing all this. It was like I was leaving practice bleeding, like right here. I was like, what the. Like I never had this problem before, but I did then. So I was like, all right. So I bought one.
Because you're old and your skin is sensitive.
You know the other. You know
guess.
the other
Jesus.
thing about leather
You
pants.
tear easily now. Thin skin.
You know the other thing about leather pants is I don't think they realize when they build them. You know how like behind the zipper there's usually a flap
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that like leather
Guards
pants,
and make sure
yeah,
that
you don't get,
Something about Mary
stuff
Mother.
doesn't get.
And like a lot of leather pants don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
like
saying?
I said, you got to spend $1,000 or something and have them like handmade.
Yeah. But I jumped off the stage monitor and when I went up, launched the whole from fucking dick to ass, fucking ripped it.
Really? So
And I
so by the
wasn't-
end of the night,
I
you were
wasn't-
like fully ventilated.
When I jumped,
Free
I was like,
AC.
it's cold in here. Ooh, but I hit the ground and I'm moshing with people going, my dick's hanging out.
I would argue that you can't be a musician without having some sort of,
Yeah.
ventilation, unwanted ventilation.
And then the time before that, because I was kind of hesitant of jumping on stage because the first time I jumped off stage, we played a gym in Harahan. They used to do
Oh, I
that.
remember. Yeah.
But that stage was like tall,
Yeah.
like it was a high stage.
Like it was one of the VFW halls.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
remember this one. I thought you were gonna die.
I'm wearing 50.
Chris jumped and then disappeared.
I literally.
That's how
I launched.
the stage
I
was.
launched off the stage monitor. I mean, I had a good jump. Like I was like
Yeah.
5 steps, like I went all the way to the back of the jump cassette, fucking turned around, belted out some shit, and fucking boom, and I was up. So and I launched high, and back when I was skinny, and I was like boom, and I remember flapping my arms like when you're falling.
That had to look awesome.
Dude,
Because you're magically gonna discover flight on your way down.
I got a fucking chainmail on me. It's 50 pounds, right? And I'm going,
Sinking like a stone.
dude, and I'm falling, and I'm like, oh my god! It's like it felt like 20 minutes went by as I'm falling to the earth, going like, I am gonna break something. I am literally gonna. The good thing was, dude, I finally hit the ground, perfect springiness, like in my legs, and I tilted forward to divert some energy to go sideways, and it was perfect. And I hit. And I fucking rolled a little bit, and I went, oh, I'm alive! Started beating the crap out of all these kids that were moshing. Dude, like, I mean to tell you, I needed a parachute. Like, I thought I was going to die. Everybody else was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I completely misjudged the height of this stage. It's like, if everybody...
I'm telling you, like, he disappeared. Like, I was like, oh, Chris is there? Now he's not. Where the fuck did he go? Poof. I think that was during the same closing song we had, by the way.
Yeah, every
It was during March.
every time we did March of the Dead, I would get off stage and go mosh with them. Jump off. And,
Let JP take over.
yeah. And until our crowd got older and didn't really mosh.
Yeah.
Which was
Yeah.
There was
really
no
not
moshing
really-
last night.
We're really not a mosh.
Does anyone really mosh anymore?
Yeah, but
Does that even happen?
very seldom.
I gotta say though, last night I'm sure that the Twist was happy because not only did you guys pack the places, people I've never seen before in my life.
Yeah.
It was packed.
Well, the service was perfect. They overstaffed it for I never waited more than 30 seconds for a drink.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was very.
Do we want to check back in?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Which one of them I did get signed?
You
by
got
the
the
entire
Magic
band.
Bus one.
Sign the
Oh,
sign,
they signed the
man.
sign, man.
Play Magic Bus.
So how do you end up coming about making these signs and bringing them?
Well,
Okay,
All
this
right.
is the show.
Jesus.
No, this is
at
our
every
show.
That is it.
is we scream back at the House of Goats to
I
play
don't
Rape
do it.
Band.
I
Well, that's
quit doing that.
that's y'all
Play
show.
Magic
I played
Bus.
last.
That's
Now
y'all
just do it
show.
the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
band.
exactly.
Yeah. All right, now we're getting
I don't
somewhere.
want to hear Rape Band anymore.
If you're listening on
Motherfuckers
audio, I
online,
might
I'm
cut some of
looking
this
at
out
them.
because
Yeah.
we might. This may
I'm
take a little while.
Right,
I
exactly.
fucking love Rape Band.
That's
Yeah,
of course
man,
a
that
House
was,
of Go show.
They were good, but too early for Goat Boys. Don't y'all agree? We weren't even really shit-faced yet.
Yeah, it was a little early for him, but I still had a great time, you know?
Yeah, you were pretty funny.
enjoyed it.
I
feel like
seen
Mystery
Phil
Science
Doty
Theater
actually holding up a
3000.
sign
You
with
know,
you.
like
It looked like
Yes.
some kind of weird Wildcat
Right.
wrestling match or something. Doing Buck Lightning gonna have butt naked.
Oh, I don't know. I'm nervous.
Yeah, I think he
You're
was holding
nervous?
up the Goat Boy
I'm not.
sign.
It's not
That
your
doesn't
show
bother
yet.
me. Yeah, I know.
know.
Honestly, because here's the thing: if they don't like it, I don't give a shit. That's the funny part.
Well, you know,
like,
it's not
whatever.
going to stop the train. It's
No.
not going to stop the train.
Exactly.
They
So it's like
definitely
if they don't like it, it doesn't
Play
matter.
Magic Bus.
They're definitely gonna have to play the wrestling match, dude. You wrestling.
I mean, don't get me
Buck
wrong.
Adam
I mean, look,
male buddy
Here's
versus
you
you.
always want people to enjoy
Yeah,
themselves.
that's right.
Always.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
you can't sit and be
Right.
like, "As a tear, I don't give a shit if anybody likes me." No, of course you do.
You have to evoke a reaction, though.
But
It has
it's-
to, yeah.
Yeah, but at this point, it's it's just like the guy who decided to don't name him, but the guy who decided he wanted to troll us when we announced that Nebulous reunion show.
yeah.
That guy, he was actually trying to troll us on Facebook. And it's just
You
gonna like,
cannot-
you guys aren't gonna get signed. Like, dude, we're not. We know.
All right.
Been there. We're aware.
You got to check back in now.
All
'Cause
right.
it's going to happen
All right,
exactly.
I
Yeah,
really
they did a
enjoy it.
good
They're
job.
so
That's
fucking.
fun.
Every time I see them, I'm like, damn it, they're that good. They are.
Yeah,
They must be talking about the Nebulous show.
Yeah,
it was
sure.
impressive.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I
let's
didn't
see.
watch the Big Frank band.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I get bored too easy.
We saw some. We saw a few.
Okay, this was the
songs.
second
boring.
band.
That was the
so
second
they're
band.
gearing
Yeah.
up.
This is the one that I tapped out
Right.
in, frankly.
I didn't think they were
I think it was
boring.
called Garbage.
Yeah, you didn't like it neither, Mayday?
See,
That's a little harsh.
See, that's what I'm
Band music,
saying.
It just wasn't very entertaining. But I have, like,
Yeah, I could see that.
I want to
But
be
they had
entertained.
some-
I
they
don't
had
give a fuck if the music's good. I don't even like music anymore. Fucking turn this shit off. Turn this show
both
off. You're
suck.
creeping your head back in here. Get out of here. Thanks for tuning in.
I
It's been a
see
good
you
show.
logging
Tune in
in. Get
next
the
week.
fuck.
Are they
All
done?
Garbage.
They definitely had at least a couple.
No,
What
they
was
do
that?
that sometimes.
songs I got into though.
This
Yeah.
many.
Dave
What was
doing
that?
like an old man dance. You
Sometimes they have
ever
a bumper that's not really a bumper.
Probably.
Is that supposed to be creative?
I'm about to bump that
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 too many.
I guess that's an inside
Well, I
joke
thought
that
it
we're
was
not
because
aware
Ben
of.
sings a routine fiend too. but
So is
it's
this like
I'd
the
never seen
inception
this
of
band.
podcasts?
Yes,
We're
it
like,
is.
It is.
This is this
We're like-
bit would never fly if we were planning on
The
keeping
other
this
guy who
podcast
was-
going. But since we're about to end it, we
Other
can pull
guy
it off.
In front of the stage was also singing, so I thought that was cool.
So we're ending this thing with.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah. That the drummer was singing in the first
No,
song.
this
That's
isn't
that's
it.
what kind
They're
of.
still
is
talking about.
The middle band.
Yeah, right
The
when
middle
they're
band.
ending. They're on their last.
See,
So-
I'm going to apologize to our audience. Like, we are seriously biding time. We are trying to be strategic, and when we try to call in here,
Right.
we are
I don't
trying
think we're
our
being
best.
It's
su-
almost like
They're getting to my band any minute
Yeah.
now.
Part, I'm not 100% sold. Definitely sleeping on that motherfucker though, because the way he jumped up and looked at me,
It looked
that's
like
a
you
I
woke
hope
him up.
this
like
isn't
he just
toilet
woke up,
noises.
started and beat her.
Poor thing was fucked up, man.
Would it be
He
that?
was having a good night, like.
He
or
starts just saying
started
something
out.
about neurotoxins. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? You can't sleep in here. And he's like, oh, the neurotoxins.
What?
That sounds like noises you would make.
So these guys really are just like us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Nick Cage played. Remember
Uh-oh.
there was the mystery chemtrails and the GMOs.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
It actually was a secret show for the Tomb of Nick Cage.
Yeah, that was. I don't get it.
Right?
Maybe
Yeah, well-
because they had a show too soon, they couldn't. They just had to put somebody on the show because Jawa Command disaster happened.
Yeah.
I just thought chemtrails and the GMOs didn't show
That
up.
is such a Lafayette accent. Jesus Christ.
You haven't heard
No.
any of their songs?
You're wrong.
No, I mean I saw on Facebook that the picture of chemtrails is Melissa. So in my mind, I'm thinking it must be another. Like you know how
I feel like we're
House of
eavesdropping on a
Ghosts-
private conversation.
Maybe
It's
something
so
like that.
it's so
Chemtrails and
elementary
GMOs
school.
Is Tomb of Nick Cage is chemtrails.
Well,
and
we did
GMOs.
all this to
Yeah,
troll
it was cool
everybody.
to see him
Yeah.
again. I will say I like him better at Southport in a more a different environment.
I understand.
That makes any sense to
They're
anybody.
a big show. They look cool on a big stage. You're saying like
Yeah, and
they're-
she conducts the
You
show
look cool
like
on a
very
big stage.
professional,
Oh, they like you, Melissa.
They do a really good job with production, and I think that conveys really well on a big stage.
true.
But when you add twist, a kind of odd night like that, doesn't come across as personal
Well,
as something
yeah.
like House of Goats or something like that.
But yeah, they had a lot going on that night too. They had a lot of really
I don't have
big
much of a
shows
cell
that
phone
were
signal, by the way.
happening.
When we go, when we choose
That
our
was kind of,
moment here,
you know, part of it.
I'm a little
but,
worried.
I still had so much fun. I'd actually rather it not be too many. All right, well, I'm hearing exclusive news from Sean Mooney,
Really?
and he said it's a social experiment, which I think is very cool. I'm
Uh-oh.
always into that.
Oh,
shit.
no.
Sounds like Illuminati shit.
Did
He
he?
said it's the debut of her new stage name. So Kim Trails is
That's
lead
cool.
singer to Nick Cage, Melissa Croy Mooney's new stage name.
Oh, so he just
Kinda
outed.
rude, right,
Good
just
job
outed.
there.
Got outed.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, it ties in so cool
got
with the
fucked.
whole Illuminati.
Because I got internet threats, is why I.
Yeah, I heard about
You
all
got
that.
internet
To get into
threats?
the Go
Yeah.
Boys
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll tell you
Cool
about it in a
party,
minute.
Fun to be around, Melissa.
I didn't know if you wanted to get
hang
into
on,
that.
hang on.
Really good night. Good
Yes.
people to be around. They fucking so funny, man. Just good, funny ass people to be around.
Now watch them turn around and slam us. Melissa's gonna call up and want to give them compliments.
I feel
and
like
we're
I
gonna
dodged
go,
a bullet.
You asshole!
During House of Goats,
It's like roulette.
was we heard
Yeah.
a little story from
I hope this is interesting for
Kevin
our
about
audience.
a
I have no
couch.
idea if it is or not.
Story about a couch at Kevin.
where
Oh,
he
yeah,
said that
okay.
he just recently bought this.
Another
couch.
back to the House of Goat
motherfucker
show.
said-
So I
House
dodged a
All right.
bullet tonight, so that's good. It's
All right.
good, dodging a bullet. Okay, so I look better on a
we-
big
look,
stage.
but
That's
we've,
good.
But we've told you before. Chris and I have seen you. I've seen y'all twice at least.
Yeah.
And Chris and I went to y'all's first show. We really
You
enjoyed
guys
it.
were. You did.
Believe
well.
me.
You're the friends that support me,
Yes.
as opposed to like my friends that have been like, cheering me on all these years. And when I finally put together my dream project,
I don't think so.
it's like I never hear from them again.
I don't know their other
Go
roommates.
figure.
I don't know what they're capable of.
No.
But I think that Bigo wouldn't do that. He's better.
Yes.
This is one of the stranger things we've done on air.
All right, Mayday.
Really?
I don't know.
yeah,
this
I don't
is
know about you.
this is somewhere in the middle of how weird things
Right.
get.
Yeah.
Yes.
You think he
Yes.
did that?
Yes.
It was a two-part question.
I definitely think it was him.
All right.
Do they screen calls at all?
So I think that we need to take
Oh, I don't
notes next
Probably.
time.
I guess we're gonna
I
find
would.
out.
Put a,
I would.
Yeah, but you got to
maybe
call
a
in
towel
after.
down on the couch
Like
to
nothing
make sure
happened to me. Like that was pretty. That was a pretty fair assessment of the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
In fact, it was
He needs
kind.
to wear more fucking clothes.
Like it was
Yeah,
good. They
wear
said
more
nice things
clothes,
about me.
B-goat.
Was it at least 2
So-
layers of clothing?
So they.
Yeah, he was wearing them little
Unless there's
thin-ass
somebody on,
tops, and I
All I
was
know
wondering
is
what
that
he was
house has
doing.
got to be insane and funny.
Unless there's somebody on the.
and both and miserable at times.
Maniac.
Poor
Wow.
Kevin, because he's like the level-headed one. Yeah.
Yeah, when Kevin's the level-headed one, we're in trouble.
And the person that I thought was really gonna tear me a new one
what's going
was in it was in the chat room and said he really liked my hair and he was jealous of it. So the person I thought was gonna really the one I was worried about was actually said nice things
It
too.
is
There you go.
phenomenal.
So I feel good.
Yeah.
There's a good
You all right?
funny
Yeah, I was
bit.
just.
I agree.
Taking
Another
out
show
frustration.
with the hanging. That's going to be incredible. Too.
Yeah, right
He
over
has
there.
One stage, not small individuals except for Bigo. He's a little pygmy fucking.
Yeah, it's
twink.
in 2 weeks, that's the thing.
It's going to be incredible.
And there's another band that I had never heard
Hoagies
of.
or something. I don't know what that
Yeah.
is. That's where y'all thought.
Hosgiz or
Yeah.
something like
Hugs
that.
this.
What?
You know what?
H-O-Z-G-E-S.
Maybe it's Tomb in that cage
Oh,
again.
you know what? I was
Yeah.
going to say this. Which
See, that's
it's
what
not
I
the
want
feature
every
band.
time somebody's
We
got a
were out
band that they
in
don't
the
know.
Confused.
valley. Which I
Good
guess
job.
This would be a good time to do
See?
that.
Well, they're just saying what we already know on this show, which is 2 Minute Cage is pretty fucking awesome. So
Yeah, the promoter actually emailed me after that show, and he was, I don't know if he was pretty hot about it, but he was like, you should have at least told the promoter what you were doing. And I was like, well, that would ruin everything.
yeah.
I mean, it's like the whole point is to make everybody ask questions, and they did, and they got the reaction I wanted. So,
What is this girl babbling about? What is this?
Come on out for another night of funny from the boys with the M-Hog podcast.
Oh, they're-
They present
okay.
another
Oh,
concept.
yeah, they're-
That's another podcast. That's not the M Hog.
That's number 3 now.
Whoa.
I know.
Because they were plugging another podcast while we were
That was the
streaming their
that was
podcast
the
on our
yeah,
podcast.
and that was the podcast. That was the podcast that blew me off, by the way. I'll go ahead and say that on the air. Since we're ending this podcast, I can we'll just air out all the dirty laundry. That was the one I was booked to appear on, and then the day of, just nothing. Never got a response or apology, nothing. They just blew me off.
Okay, I got to tell you, I do like those guys on that from,
It's fine,
from
no.
the third podcast.
I don't mind
However,
them.
however, I don't think they interview a certain type of girl on that show, and so I don't think I would ever be invited.
I gotcha. Well, I was invited and then not called.
Nick is not that type of girl.
I'm not
Clearly
that type
you're
of
not
girl.
either.
Apparently, I need to be prettier.
Well, you've never been in
Don't
an
you-
you've
don't-
never been in an adult. Well, clearly I do too, because you and I have never been in an adult film, or I don't wear bikinis.
Yeah.
Nick wears
Yeah,
bikinis.
For every
That's like the new
for
show.
everybody's good.
The new show, which we're going to get into, like in the next episode. This episode has to end pretty soon. We're going to get into at some point. I'm going to try to outline a little bit better what you can expect from the next show.
Don't tell him anything.
People like that.
Well, like
I
just
don't really know.
basic.
Supposedly we're friends on Facebook or something.
Whoa, cool.
You know how that is.
Hopefully he votes for Squids.
But yeah, this is the Old Jimmy's Music Club, and they're doing their 5th album. Consortium
Okay, I don't know what they're doing, but all right. So
Oh wait, they're pimping my next show.
they're pimping your next show.
Yeah.
Oh, in that
So I gotta
case,
hear what they say about that now.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm sure
I am
that'll
gonna
be
try to
cool,
make it to
man.
that show,
I'd like
by the
to
way.
Try to go
Oh,
to
cool.
that, but at the same time, I want to go to the
I wanna
comedy
go.
show. Trey Romero. You remember
Okay, so
him?
there's
All
a
right,
comedy
they're-
show the same time. All right, so we know what
we're
the
not
competition
plugging
is.
them because they're not paying us. Fuck them.
Yeah, that's it.
And Red Bean is a
Nobody's
New
paying us. Who are we
Orleans
kidding?
comic that's been around for a very
Anyway,
long
all right,
time.
we're gonna
Secret
kill this
governments.
episode. We're gonna come back. We are trying to. I am gonna try to make this into a bit. Damn it, we're gonna try to make this work.
I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna work.
It's not gonna happen. They got a long
You don't
ways
think
to
it's
go.
gonna happen? Well, maybe we
Yeah.
should just call and interrupt and just say fuck it.
Why?
No, I think
We've
No,
had
no,
all this
no.
build
they're
up.
getting there. Look, they're gonna get to it next.
We've sunk all this time into it.
Give it
like-
another 15 minutes. Hey, look, I got my ego stroked on this show, so I'm out of here.
There you go.
See you now. I tell you what, 15 more minutes. Let's get.
We'll give it.
We'll
Okay.
take a break. We'll take
Yeah,
a break.
we're
How
gonna
about
break
that?
from this one. We'll be out for a little bit, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna hopefully get some sort of climax to this plot line.
I don't know.
And we'll and if not, then we'll tell you what you we'll go over some brain static history and tell you what you can expect from the Total BS podcast.
Nice.
Yes. All right.